Murong Hui, 269 to 333, was the founder of the first Yan state of the Xianbei people. He was the son of Murong Shigue, the leader of the Murong tribe, and the father of Murong Huang, the first Yan emperor Wenming. Murong Hui, in his youth, was tall and imposing, with exceptionally handsome features. He stood out as majestic and possessed remarkable poise. Zhang Hua, the Jin dynasty's general who pacifies the north, was renowned for his ability to recognize talent. When the young Murong Hui went to visit Zhang Hua, impressed by his extraordinary abilities, remarked, "When you grow up, you will surely become a person of great talent and a savior in times of difficulty." He then gave Murong Hui a headdress as a token of their close friendship. In 283, Murong Shigue passed away. His brother, Murong Nai, usurped power and attempted to kill Murong Hui, forcing Murong Hui to flee for his safety. In 285, the members of the Murong tribe killed Murong Nai and established the 16-year-old Murong Hui as the Chanyu, tribal confederation leader. Initially, Murong Shigue had a feud with the Yuan Xianbei. After Murong Hui ascended to power, the first major task he wanted to undertake was to avenge his father's grievance. Murong Hui submitted a memorial requesting to launch an attack against the Yuan Xianbei, but Emperor Wu of Jin, Sima Yan, did not approve it. Filled with youthful vigor and anger, Murong Hui ignored the emperor's decision and independently led his army to invade the Yuan Xianbei territory, engaging in widespread killing and plundering. From then on, Murong Hui continuously waged wars against neighboring small states every year, aiming to expand his tribe's territory and increase its population. However, after 3 years, the tribe's development remained slow. Later, Murong Hui finally came to a realization. He discussed with his people, saying, "Since the time of our ancestors, we have served the Central Plains dynasty as the legitimate authority. The customs and rituals of the Huaxia people and the border tribes are different, and there are distinctions between the strong and the weak. How can we compete with the Jin dynasty? Why can't we seek peace with them instead of harming our own people?" In 289, Murong Hui sent envoys to surrender to the Jin dynasty. Emperor Wu of Jin greatly appreciated this and appointed Murong Hui as the commander of the Xianbei. When Murong Hui went to the Dani office, a local military and administrative institution established by the Jin dynasty, to pay his respects, he followed Han customs by wearing Han attire and headdress, and performed the scholar official's rites at the entrance. The local official Hekan arranged soldiers to lead the introduction, and Murong Hui immediately changed into military attire before entering. When someone asked him why he did this, Murong Hui replied, "If the host does not greet me with proper etiquette, what else can the guest do?" Upon hearing this, Hekan felt ashamed and grew even more respectful and reverent towards him. At that time, the neighboring Duan Xianbei tribe saw Murong Hui's growing power and influence and feared being annexed by him. To defend themselves, they frequently launched attacks on the Murong tribe. Murong Hui adopted a policy of tolerance, using humble words and generous gifts to appease them, which eased the tensions between the two states. The Duan Xianbei chieftain, Duan Jia, married his daughter to Murong Hui, and she bore him 3 sons, Murong Huang, Murong Ren, and Murong Zhao. In 289, Murong Hui led his tribe to migrate from northeastern Liaodong to Qingshan in western Liaodong. In the following years, Murong Hui focused on internal affairs. In 294, he relocated his people to Jiqing. He taught the populace to engage in agriculture and sericulture, and adopted a legal system similar to that of the Jin dynasty. The Murong tribe began a settled agricultural lifestyle and gradually embraced Han culture, leading the Xianbei Murong tribe towards a more civilized and structured society. During the War of the Eight Princes, the Central Plains were ravaged by war, society was in turmoil, and the people suffered greatly. Large numbers of noble families and commoners fled to the border regions with their households. On the suggestion of former Western Jin official Pei Yi, administrative divisions were established to manage the refugees. Refugees from the same region of the Central Plains were settled in the same area, and capable individuals among them were appointed to handle administrative affairs. This arrangement allowed the displaced people from the Central Plains to settle in the territory of the Xianbei Murong clan. Among these refugees were many talented individuals like Pei Yi, who were employed by Murong Hui and made significant contributions to the cultural reforms of the Xianbei Murong tribe. They hired scholars who were highly respected, well-versed in Confucian classics, to teach. The Crown Prince Murong Huang led the nobles' children to study under these scholars. In his spare time, Murong Hui personally attended lectures at the academy, and the sound of reciting poetry and praises could be heard everywhere. The customs of courtesy and deference flourished in society. This laid the foundation for the prosperity and Sinicization of the Murong Xianbei tribe in the subsequent generations, eventually integrating them into the Chinese nation. In 309, the prefect of Liaodong, Pang Ben, murdered Li Zhen, the colonel of Dongyi, due to personal grudges. Xianbei individuals like Sulan and Mujin falsely claimed to seek revenge for Li Zhen, attacking various counties, plundering and causing chaos, while the local government remained inactive. At this time, Murong Hui's eldest illegitimate son, Murong Han, saw an opportunity. He said to Murong Hui, "Throughout history, successful sovereigns of states have always achieved their goals through diligent governance. Now, several troublemakers have caused chaos, and Liaodong has fallen into ruin for nearly 2 years. With the central plains in turmoil and the armies of various states repeatedly defeated, it is the perfect time for loyal and righteous actions." He proposed to Murong Hui, "Chanyu, tribal confederation leader, you should demonstrate the might of our alliance and rescue the lives of the people. Condemn Sulan and Mujin for their crimes and unite righteous forces to eliminate them. This will result in the restoration of our country's power in Liaodong, and we can annex the territories of the Sulan and Mujin tribes. By showcasing loyalty and righteousness to the imperial court, our country will gain private benefits. This will be the beginning of our strength and ultimately fulfill our ambitions among the princes." Murong Hui heeded Murong Han's advice. On that day, he led his cavalry to campaign against Sulan and Mujin. They inflicted a major defeat on the enemy and killed them. Both tribes surrendered, and Murong Hui relocated them to Jiqing, establishing the acquired land as Liaodong Commandery. At that time, Cui Bai, the inspector of Pingzhou and colonel of Dongyi, considered himself a prestigious figure from the Central Plains and intended to win over and recruit refugees from the Central Plains. However, no one came seeking his favor. Cui Bai believed that Murong Hui had forcefully retained the refugees. Therefore, he secretly colluded with Goguryeo, as well as the Yuan Xianbei, Duan Xianbei, and other tribes, to discuss the annihilation of the Murong Xianbei and the division of their territory. In 319, the three states united to attack Jiqing, where Murong Hui barricaded himself inside. Murong Hui said, "They are driven by immediate gains, and it's just a rabble coming together. They lack unified command and refuse to obey each other. I will surely defeat them. However, their forces have just gathered, and their momentum is still sharp. They hope we will engage them immediately. We will stay behind closed doors, waiting quietly for the right moment. When their morale is low, we will suddenly strike and defeat them." Murong Hui employed a strategy of sowing discord. He sent messengers bearing beef and wine to reward the Yuan tribe, loudly declaring to everyone, "Cui Bai has already sent messengers." Indeed, Goguryeo and the Duan Xianbei became suspicious that the Yuan tribe was colluding with Murong Hui and left with their troops. The Yuan commander, Yuan Zaiduguan, disagreed, saying, "Even though the two countries have withdrawn, I alone can annex Murong Hui's territory. There is no need for others." He led his entire army close to the city, setting up camp within 30 miles. Murong Hui intended to summon Murong Han from the Ta River to defend Jiqing together. Murong Han dispatched messengers to inform Murong Hui, saying, "Yuan Zaiduguan is launching a full-scale attack, and we are outnumbered. It's easier to outsmart them than to confront them head-on. The forces inside Jiqing are sufficient to defend it. I propose to act as a surprise force from the outside, waiting for the right moment to attack. If we simultaneously launch attacks from inside and outside, they will be bewildered and unable to defend effectively. This will ensure our victory. Concentrating our forces in one place now will only allow them to focus solely on attacking the city without any other concerns. This is not a suitable strategy. Furthermore, it will reveal our fear to the people. If we show fear before the battle even begins, our morale will suffer. Murong Hui adopted Murong Han's strategy and allowed him to stay at the Ta River. Upon hearing that Murong Han remained at the Ta River, Yuan Zaiduguan said, "Murong Han has always been known for his bravery and decisiveness. If he doesn't advance to Jiqing now, he may become a threat. We should first attack him. Jiqing poses no significant threat." Consequently, he dispatched several thousand cavalry to attack Murong Han at the Ta River. Upon learning of this, Murong Han sent men disguised as messengers from the Duan Xianbei tribe to intercept Yuan Zaiduguan's cavalry on the road. They said, "Murong Han has long been a thorn in our side. We heard that you are about to attack him. We are currently allied with them in battle. You can quickly advance and join forces with our army." Delighted by this news, the Yuan cavalry, without further caution, rode swiftly forward and entered directly into the ambush set by Murong Han. As soon as the messengers left the Ta River, Murong Han immediately led his troops out of the city and set up an ambush on the road, awaiting the arrival of the Yuan army. When the Yuan cavalry dashed past, Murong Han launched a sudden attack, capturing all of them without leaving anyone behind. Yuan Zaiduguan remained entirely unaware of this. Murong Han proceeded with the next step of his plan and simultaneously dispatched a secret messenger to inform Murong Hui, urging him to lead his troops out of the city to engage in a major battle with the main force of Yuan Zaiduguan. Murong Hui ordered his third son, Murong Huang, and his chief of staff, Pei Yi, to lead the elite troops as the vanguard, forming their formations and advancing forward. He himself led the main army following behind. Yuan Zaiduguan, relying on his numerous soldiers, focused solely on attacking the city without setting up defenses. Suddenly hearing that Murong Hui's army was launching a proactive attack, he was greatly shocked. Hastily, he rushed out of the city to respond to the battle. Just as the vanguards of both armies engaged, Murong Han led over 1,000 cavalry to charge directly into the camp of Yuan Zaiduguan's army from the side, setting fires and causing chaos with deafening shouts and screams. Yuan Zaiduguan's soldiers were thrown into confusion and panic, not knowing what to do, resulting in a major defeat. Yuan Zaiduguan managed to escape alone. Murong Hui captured all of his soldiers, achieving a complete victory. Fearing Murong Hui's resentment, Xianbei sent his nephew, Dao, to pretend to congratulate Murong Hui. At the same time, envoys from the 3 states also came to sue for peace, saying, "This was not our intention. It was the inspector of Pingzhou, Xianbei, who instructed us to do so." Murong Hui said to Dao, "Your uncle instructed the 3 states to eliminate me. Why are you pretending to congratulate me?" Fearing for his life, Dao confessed his guilt. Murong Hui then sent Dao back to persuade Xianbei, surrendering is the best option, fleeing is the worst. He also sent soldiers to accompany Dao. Xianbei, along with several dozen cavalrymen, abandoned their families and fled to Goguryeo. Murong Hui captured all of his soldiers and relocated Dao and Gao Zhan to Jiqing, treating them with the etiquette due to guests. The victory in the defense of Jiqing greatly enhanced Murong Hui's prestige. He decided to send Pei Yi to the eastern Jin capital of Jianye to present tribute and seek recognition for his achievements. The eastern Jin court initially regarded Murong Hui as a border hero from a remote and desolate region. However, when Pei Yi arrived at the court, he provided a comprehensive introduction to Murong Hui's magnanimity and ability to employ talents from all over, which changed the court's perception of him. Pei Yi politely declined the attempts of Emperor Yuan of Jin to retain him and returned to report back. This deeply moved Murong Hui, who said to his courtiers, "Pei Chief of Staff is highly respected in the court, yet he humbled himself to come here. Is this not a blessing bestowed upon me by the heavens?" It was the contributions of countless kind-hearted and enthusiastic Han intellectuals like Pei Yi that transformed the relationships between various ethnic groups from conflict to harmony, allowing the over 4,000 years of Chinese culture to flourish. Another emperor from the Zhao dynasty in the Central Plains, Shi Lu, once sent envoys to negotiate peace with Murong Hui. However, Hui refused and instead sent them to the eastern Jin capital of Jianye. This gesture symbolized the Murong Xianbei's adherence to Han culture as the orthodox tradition and their loyalty to Han Chinese dynasties. In 333 AD, Murong Hui passed away at the age of 65. Throughout his life, Murong Hui steadfastly declined numerous appointments and honors from various courts. He only hoped to receive the title of King of Yan, but the Eastern Jin court deliberated on this matter for a long time without reaching a decision, leaving Murong Hui with a lifelong regret.